Speaking of women who are over 40s and still thriving and having a great time, the women of soap operas, Mom Brain.
Oh, yeah.
I sent this story to Mom Brain as soon as I published it because I knew she would be excited. Shigeru Miyamoto has a new interest, everybody, and it is soap operas. By the way, when I was a child,
used is good.
thank you. I made that.
I
picture.
know you did.
By the
Where
way,
are you going to find that picture?
Yeah, right. That's actually not him. Speaking of soap operas, when I was a child, I thought the term was soap operas.
Oh man,
That is
Because
lovely.
I heard them so closely said together that I thought it was
Soap
soap operas.
You know, like
soap
a lot of
opera.
kids think LMNOP is one letter.
Oh.
Like when I was a kid in Star Wars,
They
I
always
thought
go
it
together.
was lifesavers.
Oh yeah. Or
Yeah, I
nunchucks.
did too. I didn't know what a saber
No,
was.
I never thought nunchucks. That's just stupid. No, I thought nunchucks definitely. Ninja Gaiden and not Ninja Gaiden.
Oh yeah.
Still a hard habit to break. But anyway, Shigeru Miyamoto, we know, has many hobbies, and usually
Mario,
those hobbies,
and not Mario.
usually those hobbies get turned into a game or a game idea somewhere. So look out for Miyamoto's new passion, soap operas. In Japan, they are known as oh crap. I gotta read. I don't remember what the term was. Morning dramas. So they have traditional soap operas in Japan, but for those who are looking for a little snippet, in the mornings they have morning dramas. They're 15-minute soap operas that continue from day to day.
What a great way to start your
You
day.
like watch them while you're eating your breakfast or getting ready for work, and then you go off to work. So he's been watching these 15-minute stories. Again, they're all connected. It's the same thing as a soap opera, just shorter. And they have regular length soap operas there as well. But Miyamoto's been really into them. He says, quote, at Nintendo, I have the joke title of NHK Morning Drama Critic. NHK is a network there. I check morning dramas every day and provide various critiques. Sometimes I'll praise them as being fantastic, and other times I'll point out their shortcomings. Gradually, I've become more outspoken, and even my wife has told me, I don't want to hear it. Go talk about it somewhere else.
Oh.
Then he laughs. Miyamoto laughs. Over the past 10 or 20 years of doing this, I've developed an interest in creating dramas. I find that morning dramas often have lively dialogue. Directors who emphasize ad-libs tend to create more engaging content overall. When a director or a cinematographer is on set and says, okay, that's a wrap, I often think, I can't believe they approved this line. I realize that lively conversations are crucial in creating dramas. So there you go. Miyamoto, big soap opera fan, influencing him in ways, I'm sure. But I just love that he talks to his wife, and his wife's like, shut up, go to work. So he goes to work, and he talks to people at work
Please
about
stop talking
soap
about
operas.
morning dramas.
How great is that? If I ever am lucky
I'm
enough
trying to sleep.
to get a chance to interview Miyamoto again, I am 100% bringing this up, without a doubt.
I would say I'd like you to consider The Young and the Restless as one of your.
Say it to him, or is this
yeah,
to the
to
audience?
him. I'd
Oh,
be
yeah.
like, look, I hear you're into.
You're looking for an import. Your friend is into an import
yeah,
soap opera
Turkish
right
soap
now.
operas.
My cousin's wife, whatever you call that, is into a Korean soap operas. I don't know what the family terms are for anything. So what do you call a cousin's wife?
Probably should be a cousin-in-law. No.
Sure. I don't know. Let's make up another term. Nobody knows.
Why
No,
does
I'm
he
not
get
mad
so
at you.
upset about this?
I'm not mad at you
just
guys
say
because
cousin.
nobody knows. There's no rules.
I mean, but at this point, she's been around almost your
You
whole
can
life.
just
At
say
this
your
point, you can just
cousin.
say cousin.
just say my cousin
Yeah.
and mean my cousin's wife.
Yeah, well, I
why
mean, but
not?
she's your cousin.
She's
Yeah,
not my
she's still
cousin. She's not a
family.
cousin by blood.
She's your
Cousins
cousin
can't
by
get
law.
married.
Yeah.
It's
So
illegal.
Cousin-in-law, then I guess.
yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. I get mad because nobody knows. I don't know. And I tried to look things up, and nobody has a straight answer. So I don't know. What
But
you call
then,
it.
a term like shmup comes up, and he'll be like, I know exactly what shmup means, and then defend it to the hilt.
It's funny because I
It's
was
a
just thinking about
portmanteau.
that this week. I was thinking about shmup because I wrote it again, and I was like, I'll never forget that conversation where they got so angry at me.
It's a dumb name. I know you didn't make it up, but it's
I don't care if you think it's a dumb name. I got crap for using it, and I was told nobody uses it. If you think it's
Well,
dumb,
I-
that's fine.
It's a
Okay.
bullet hell.
All right, cool. Then it's
No, that's
fine.
not. Bullet hells are a subset of shmups overall.
It's a shmup hell.
It's a shoot 'em up or a shmup.
See how calm he is describing this, and we just asked about a cousin, and he like flips his stuff.
I'm not mad at you guys. I'm mad. I'm frustrated that it's
Well,
all this
it's
family
just-
stuff is
It's
so
just
hard.
the fact that you're so upset over it.
Well, because family is something we all talk about, yet we don't know this. Like,
but you're just so calm describing shmups and bullet hells and all this stuff that like is also kind of innocuous, like
oh, it's all innocuous, but we're talking about something that we interact with every day versus something that's very niche. Like all of us here have family and cousins, and they're married to people, but we don't know what they're called. It's like crazy to me.
For a really long time, I would really only consider the like people immediately next door to the house that I was living in, or like across the street, to be my neighbors. And I had if I talked about anybody else in the neighborhood, I'd be like, oh, the neighbor like 3 houses down. I'd always have to like tag that on there. But you could just say my neighbor.
Hi, Guy Bones.
Agreed.
Like I've realized,
Unless
agree.
it's next door neighbor works.
Yeah.
I think.
right?
And I think
I still
if
think
they live in your
cousin. I think
neighborhood, they're a
cousin is a
neighbor.
fine thing to
Yeah.
say.
Agree.
Yeah.
If anybody asks for more details, then sure,
Do
go
you know
ahead
what?
and go into more.
I just want to get back on this real quick before the comment goes away. Did you see Guy Bones said, Mom Brain, you talking to Miyamoto, you say, Miyamoto, let me introduce you to Dark Shadows.
Of course I would. If
And Star
I
Fox is a soap opera. Yes, you're right. It's space soap opera. Who said
his
that?
next
Who said
game is
that?
going to be Super
Roth.
Barnabas
Thank you,
Brothers.
Roth. Yes. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
in my own like, lexicon, I would say if I liked the cousin's significant other, I would call them my cousin, and if I didn't,
That
I
one.
would call them my cousin's
That one.
significant other.
Red
Do you-
Souza has the right answer.
Do
They
you
say
refer to like an aunt or uncle's spouse as my aunt or uncle's husband or wife?
Actually, in Raw Meat's family, they call them by first names.
Yeah, I was gonna say we call everybody first name. Red Souza says all of us are related to each other if you go far back enough. So that's true. They're all family.
That's
It's just
beautiful.
family.
I just saw an article about a guy
Family.
who
Family.
Family.
had donated to a sperm bank so many times that they were like, stop. And I thought, what? The implications of that are
can't.
like huge.
Sir, you're giving
It's
out dust
actually- it's
clouds.
really
you have to
bad.
stop.
right? Like that's
there's
We
also
can't
the
work
whole-
with this stuff.
There's also stories of the doctors who were
forget
running
it.
that
That's
stuff.
horrific.
Yeah,
Some of that business is awful.
yeah, but we'll
Clear the room.
talk another time.
Wasn't there a documentary on Netflix about or is that what you were talking
I think
about?
there's one. I listened to a podcast.
Oh, okay.
Like
Like the doctor was like secretly inseminating all.
It was called Dr. Feelgood.
But there was
Ooh.
I don't know. We'll talk more about it later. on.
Currybo says Love Hotel Simulator, the game. That would be Miyamoto's soap opera.
Ooh,
That's
I
a
like
great
that
one.
peripheral.
Oh, there you go.